You ready with those sandals?
Oh, my sandals.
Yeah, just more edits for me. Like that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Toys for the Boys. We got toys and we got boys and a Kona. We are here because Kichi wants one of these from one of...
Oh, that way. Right
these. There. So we're getting rid of one of these. What do you got behind you there, Kichi?
Currently, I do daily drive a 2020 Toyota Tundra SR5. I have a question. So it does say TRD. What is this, like SR5 TRD?
It's a turd.
How do I check the spec? Anyways, currently I do drive a 2020 Tundra SR5 with TRD, or we like to call it turd package. And it's 65,000 miles.
Okay.
And I've driven about probably 40. I think when I bought it, it was like 25,000. So
where'd you buy it from?
Colorado. I wanted to try a Tundra. I've driven a Chevy Silverado. I've driven.
When did you have a Silverado?
When I was in high school going into college.
Wait, what gen? What year?
2016,
okay.
I believe. So 2016
cool.
Silverado 1500 or whatever. I liked it a lot. And then I've driven the F-150. And then now I wanted to try a Tundra.
Do you still have the F-150?
Yes, I do. It's a 2013 one. And
looks like that, but not red?
Yeah, kind of looks like that. Yeah, honestly, exactly that. I am tired of it. I don't need it. I do want something new. Okay?
Why? Would you want to tell them what happened and why you need a new car?
Well, nothing happened. I just paid off the car and I'm just like, I've always wanted a Raptor. That's the biggest thing. Getting rid of it, sell it for a good price. And now I am looking at
a Gen 1.
No.
A Gen 2.
Yes, Gen 2 Raptor. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I've always wanted a Raptor. This has to be my dream car. And you know, a lot of my friends and people have been telling me you should get a Gen 3. Personally, I don't like the Gen 3. I don't like the headlights on the Gen 3. I think they look cool from the back.
How about Gen 1? I mean, it's not a Raptor, but it looks like, oh, you kind of already have that.
Exactly. Okay. I don't want it. I've always loved Fords and Chevys when it comes to trucks, but I do want to get into a Raptor. That's be my dream car, and I do have an opportunity to own one, so might as well getting into it. So that's what we're going to talk about today is to...
Wait. Pause. How about it? Gen 0.
No. That's Gen 0. What is that, Ranger?
No, it's an F-150.
It is an F-150.
So we got Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen -2.
Gen -4. Yeah, so in this video, we wanted to, mainly Orteen. Hey. Upside down Orteen. Mainly, we're going to talk about what to look for, what does the maintenance cost going to look like, the ownership cost, or is that what it's called?
Ownership cost, sure, yeah.
Yeah, ownership cost, which year I'm thinking about getting. And then hopefully after I upload this video, maybe you guys can give me some suggestions to what to look for because I don't know everything. He doesn't know everything. He knows most of it. I just don't know. The reasons why I'm getting it, 1, because I do want it. 2, Toyota Tundra is just not really my taste. I thought it was gonna be, but not really. The car is being great, just not my type of car or truck. I don't know. Even though like what?
This man's a fake JDM because he doesn't like his own kind.
I don't like JDMs. I've always loved American trucks. I've always loved European sports cars. Don't like any JDMs. This looks great. Honestly, I'm just going for the looks.
Does look good. It's a good looking truck.
They do look great. And some people tell me you should get a TRX. I don't like Rams. Nothing against Rams or you guys. I just don't like how they look. I think Raptors look better. Let's talk about the ownership cost. And this
ownership, okay, well, you want a Gen 2 Raptor. Is there any differences between the years on the Gen 2 Raptors?
Yes, so when it comes to Gen 2, they go to 2017 to 2021.
That's not that long.
It's really not that long, right? And I think
I didn't notice that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 2022 and up. It's been like a third gen.
So it's very similar, but the easiest way to tell is this is not here. It's full square headlight. Kind of like back to the Gen 1 where it's just big headlight, no indent. Gen 2 has indent. That's the easiest way for me to tell or to tell someone to tell. Other than that, side looks very similar. Back, taillights, some stuff's different, but easiest way is just look at the headlights.
Yes, absolutely. And in my opinion, 3rd gen, I think the headlights just looks like a normal F-150 to me. I know there's a huge difference. There probably is, but I just don't know.
It's the same headlight as a regular F-150.
It is?
Gen 2 Raptor headlights on a Raptor are the same as a F-150 headlight. It's all the same.
They're all the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, I could just easily tell that it's a Raptor. On the newer ones, I'm like, is that a Raptor? I would have to look at the rear for me to tell that it is a Raptor because clearly it says that it's a Raptor.
It does say it in very big letters.
Right.
It's supposed to have a sticker here, but I took that off.
Decal. or Deist. I don't know.
Actually, it says Ford in gigantic letters. I didn't realize that. It says Raptor.
Raptor. I think the first thing that I did learn from 2020 Tundra is that, you know, where the car came from, I guess, which state it is. I think you can talk about that.
We bought it from Colorado. It snows in Colorado. When it snows, they put salt down. Salt comes back up, eats said car. So, a little rusty there. I mean, it's not horrible. Some of you guys living on the East Coast will say this is nothing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one thing to not worry about.
And apparently, I heard that Colorado, like, they use less salt or like no salt or something like that. So, but anyways, so I think the first thing to look for is where the car
Yeah, we're looking for California, Arizona, somewhere,
Nevada,
no
or
snow,
something
Nevada,
like
yeah.
something like that. So I think that's the first thing that I would personally look for, and then I would definitely recommend you guys because less rust, the better, in my opinion. The second thing, especially on a car like this, not like Tundra or this, did the previous owner use it for off-road or just normal street? Okay, I think that's pretty important.
Valid.
To me, at least, because I think the service records and stuff like that, how often the previous owner used the car for street versus off-road, or maybe 100% street or 100% off-road. I think that makes a huge difference. So I think that's gonna be the
same thing applies to sports cars if they like track their cars or didn't track their cars.
Exactly. So that's probably the second thing that I would look for when I'm gonna get the car, probably in a week or 2 weeks, or within a month for sure. So maintenance record for sure. I mean,
PPI.
Exterior, PPI if you want it. Oh, they're easy. Well, that's good to know.
Easy.
So I'm probably not gonna be spending $100-200. Our team's gonna be doing it for.
He'll be spending $300.
$600.
$600.
So just a normal oil change, you're looking at $100-200. Minor services, you're supposed to do it every 10,000, and that should cost somewhere around similar to including oil change, probably looking at $200-300. And then major services like every 30 or 50 or every 100,000 miles, you're looking like spark plugs and everything like that, brake fluids. So you're probably looking at somewhere around 700 to 1,000. But other than that, this car is not even close to my Aston Martin that I used to own. Not even close. So I'm already happy to hear the oil change itself is like a couple $100 if I were to get it done from a professional. So I think the next thing we should talk about is which ear comes with X, Y, and Z, what to look for.
In here we have, it's a 2019, so we have the newer version of the 3.5 EcoBoost. It's twin turboed, very similar to that one, just a little bit newer. They changed some stuff. Think 2019, it's got bigger turbos, and they do have turbo issues. The seals go out and they smoke oil. They leak oil and smoke. They have water pump issues, and they also have cam phaser issues that usually gets done and covered under warranty, because I believe these come with a 100,000 mile warranty. So all the three things that I mentioned that do go wrong with these was covered under warranty when the previous owner had it. The previous owner basically used this as a commuter car, which Kichi was saying is very nice. So he basically drove from like LA to like Orange County every day, daily driving this, put a lot of miles on it, but had like this many service records from Ford. So everything was done at Ford until 100,000 miles. And then I believe he traded into a dealer. The kid that I got it from got it. He drove it for a bit and saw it used too much gas for him. And now I ended up with it. So I know it had a good past, like it was taken care of, so I tried to continue the same thing. So as Kichi mentioned, I do my regular oil changes, spark plugs. I recently just changed the air filter, cabin filter, the belts, and a whole bunch of other little maintenance stuff just to keep up with it. So nothing bad really happens, because when you ignore it, stuff goes bad. So keep up with your regular maintenance so you don't have a bigger bill later from something that you could have prevented or saw sooner. There's brakes and stuff that go bad. There's tires that go bad. Anything with regular car maintenance stuff, but it is a little bit, I mean, Kichi's saying it's cheap. Yes, it's cheaper than Aston Martin, but tires on your Honda Civic is going to be like $700-800. These are 37-inch tires. They're like $2,000. So there is a little bit more expenses compared to a regular commuter car, but you should kind of know what you're getting into when you're buying a Ford Raptor, because that's what you're paying for, is the tires and the truckiness and the coolness. So what that means is with your steering, or with your modes that you can choose off of your steering wheel, you basically can go into like Baja mode or snow mode or sand mode. Oh, back. You can change the valving in your suspension, so it makes it softer or harder or whatever based on the terrain that you're going through.
So is that the first thing that I should look for? That's the first thing you told me to look for.
I told you to get 2019 up because they made the updates and it comes with the Fox Live valves, but it's up to you since you're not really off-roading it. Honestly, I'm not really off-roading mine either, but it's just another extra cool thing to have and to say you have. It's like Nobody needs a panoramic sunroof, but I'm kind of happy I have one. I don't even use it, but it's just there.
As long as it has leather seats. I really like the one that comes with like a little Alcantara in the middle.
So that's the older models.
Those are the older models?
And, well, yes, because I don't believe those have cooled option. These are heated and cooled for the front seats.
That's cool.
I'm not sure if the Alcantara one has the cooled option.
It should.
I don't know if it does.
Okay, makes sense.
But like this one even has heated rear seats. It's like you don't really need it, but kind of cool that it does.
Yeah.
I don't open this as much as you guys can tell, so that means it's a good truck.
What's a Whipple?
I forgot. I have an aftermarket intake, so it makes turbo noises.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't think it's stock.
No, definitely not stock.
So I say it's the 3.5 EcoBoost, and turbos are bigger on 2019s?
Yes,
and up?
I believe they're a smidge bigger. I don't know if you can actually tell the difference, but they just put newer ones on here.
More horsepower?
Sure. I think it makes like 450 horsepower, someone. Or Kichi put a little asterisk here on how much horsepower it actually has, because I don't know.
Will do.
It's just a good truck. I don't do much to it. I just drive it.
Here's the thing, right? It's a good and bad. For us making a video, this is...
It's boring.
It's a boring car to make a video on because there's nothing really wrong with Raptors.
Can I make it a lot cooler and dump a shit ton of money into it, putting bigger shocks and putting like a cage in the back or a tent in the back or a spare tire in the back or making it into an off-road pre-runner or making it into a camper thing? You can do whatever you want with this thing. Like, it's a very versatile truck. You want to drive it every day? It's great. It's comfortable. It's smooth. You want to take it to Baja and go down the coast on the beach, drive on the beach? Sure, you can do that. You want to put a tent in the back and go to Oregon and camp in the mountains? Sure, you can do that. You want to put your dirt bike in the trunk and go dirt biking? Sure, you got a truck bed. It's good. It does everything pretty good. So it's a good all-around vehicle to have.
Yeah. So for the video itself, not many problems. I mean, I saw some of the corrosion issues and stuff like that, but I mean, that's with any cars.
Yeah,
it's
a car. Everyone's going to complain about something.
Yeah, and they had, some recalls and stuff like that, seatbelt issues, all these different things.
Can I complain about one thing while we're talking about seatbelts?
Sure.
So I have the 802A package, which is the fully loaded everything option. The rear seatbelts are airbags.
What?
I don't like this.
Oh, what the heck?
So if you get into an accident or a crash, this thing pops and makes a airbag.
That's crazy.
It's weird. It's just like, I don't like it.
Interesting.
I don't know why they did it. I'm guessing there's some safety thing, but it's just a little weird. That's the first thing everyone complains about when they get in the backseat. Like, why are your seatbelts so weird? I'm like, they're airbags. I don't know why there's an airbag in my seatbelt, but
yeah, you want to try.
There's some reason for it.
No, that's cool. But so for you guys to daily drive a Raptor, it's perfect car. There's nothing. I mean, there's not many problems with it. They're cheap to fix anything if you want to. How much are the turbos? $3,000.
Sure.
225 to maybe $4,000, somewhere around there. For turbos, I feel like that's really good compared to my Aston, of course. There's really not many things to go over, but I mean, just like any other cars,
Everything has its gripes. I'm not a fan of the 10-speed transmission. It's a lot of gears. It's got to shift a lot. It's always like if you want to accelerate, it's got to downshift a lot or upshift a lot. Yes, they did it for increased gas mileage or something along those lines. I don't really know.
What is your MPG in this thing?
With ginormous tires, if I'm cruising on the highway doing like speed limit, doing 65 on the highway with the 37s, it's around 15, 16 miles per gallon, which is not bad. Yes, it would be a lot better if I had smaller tires, but I like the look of the bigger tires.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. Am I gonna do, once I get my car, which is, I should get my title this week since I just paid it off last week, but in a couple weeks, I'm already looking at a lot of the Raptors out there. And I will probably be getting one here soon, probably within like a month or so, hopefully next week. I don't know. He likes white cars, obviously. We've had a lot of white cars.
Yeah.
I personally like black cars, but also, yes, paint correction and dirtiness and cleaning and stuff like that. It's going to be brutal. But I think it'll be cool for you to drive a white Raptor and for me to drive a black Raptor. That's just my opinion. But
the yin yang twins.
Yeah. Should I be worried about miles? Because personally, I am looking at 17, 18, 19 Raptor around 55K and below.
I don't think miles has that much of a factor in it, as long as it's been taken care of and maintained at a dealership, usually because they're covered under warranty. So if it's like a one-owner truck that's been serviced at Ford its whole life, you shouldn't have an issue.
Are you the third owner?
Me? Yes, I'm the third owner.
Okay.
I bought it with around 140, and now it's got around 160-ish.
Yeah, no problems, no issues, nothing.
Just oil change, spark plugs.
Yeah.
Regular stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. So.
Great truck.
Yeah. So, I think the two main things, cam phaser failure, right?
Yes.
And
turbos.
then probably the biggest difference is the the suspension 2019 and up,
Yeah.
right? Other than that, I mean, you guys get the idea. It's a great car.
Interiors, dashboards,
Right.
exterior, everything's basically identical. I mean, they have different seats a little bit here and there, but
I think it comes down to the question of what kind of options do you want? How many options or what kind of
Correct.
options do you want? I think it comes down to that. For me, I like to look at, less miles and cheaper,
yeah.
the better.
I would rather go higher mileage and more options.
Right, that's just you. But
Yeah.
for me, well, more options, yes, me too. But less miles the better for me. Just, I don't want. It's like I have 65,000 miles on that, and why would I get one with 120,000 miles? It doesn't make sense to me.
Valid.
So yeah. So, but anyways, it's pretty much it. Quick update, and then what to look for, ownership costs and stuff like that. It's not much.
Hey.
It's a perfect car.
How about a Bronco Raptor?
Bronco Raptor would be sick, but the price is up there too much for a daily car, in my opinion. I do want a fun weekend car, hopefully by end of the year. So I do want to get a Raptor and then settle a little bit, save more money, and then kind of go from there. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. All right, well, thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification button. Oh my God. That's crazy.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So, but I'll see you guys in the next video.